Greetings, sweet precious humans. I am Sabrina of the Guardians of Nature. And I would like for you to come with me as we explore the nature of flow. Now, as I say that word, I want you to feel the frequency, the transmission of flow. And perhaps it is better if you are able to close your eyes and to breathe in this experience to best benefit from what I am transmitting through this channel, through the heart of this channel, connecting with all of your hearts. So again, as we are all saying, for it is of vital importance in your experience, I wish for you to use your imagination. Imagine that we are standing by a beautiful brook. You can hear the water playing over the stones and the pebbles and the rocks. You can hear the birds, perhaps. There are trees around you. We are cosseted, we are held by nature in this magical space. Breathe into this space, and if you have shoes upon your feet, take them off, place them by the brook, and come step in the water with me. It's a little bit cold, but feel that water moving under your feet, over your feet. Feel the way that the ground shifts as your feet are moved by the water. Get a sense of how the water flows around and moves onward, always onward, without a consideration for that which has just disturbed their path. Do you see? The water flows round, it finds a way, and then it flows onward and onward, around rocks, and even after time, perhaps through mountains. There is a sense of urgency on the one hand with the flow, and that extraordinary patience on the other hand. I am completely new to this channel, and I am wishing for you to experience so much that there is more flowing through her at one time than she is able to verbalize, but you will feel it with the transmissions. So this water flows on and on into the rivers that get wider and more rushing as the fish gather in the water, as there are perhaps freshwater dolphins playing, the beautiful pink dolphins, the magical water dolphins. There is growth within the water. There is life teeming within the water, and that the water still flows. It flows round the rocks. It flows and carries your boats, your canoes, your ships. And it flows and it flows and it flows without a second consideration for the destination that it is rushing toward. And yet within that rushing, there is a sense of space and patience. For there is a certainty within this flow. There is a certainty that there will be the sea. Do you see? Do you get a sense of where I am moving with this? This is the flow. This is the frequency of flow that we are transmitting to you now, activating within you an understanding, a knowing for some of you. What was a theory before drops into a knowing. Imagine now that you are that spring bubbling up from the earth, moving into streams and brooks, over rocks, through rocks, around rocks, over and under, always moving to the rivers expanding and contracting, but yet the flow continues. There is a patience that will just carry on through until it is able to break through, or it will go around or above or below. It keeps going. Sometimes it goes underground into underground caverns and works its way back and through and up, but always moving, always flowing, always responding in the moment to what is before it, to finding its way around, for being perhaps patient in that moment and seeing the answer in the next, flowing and flowing and flowing until there is the ocean, the sea. And then the flow becomes an expansion. That beginning, that whisper of a journey has culminated in awareness. And that flow is now expansion. And you could perhaps call this consciousness. So as we transmitted to you and are transmitting to you the frequencies of flow, we feel that you are beginning an understanding. Some of you have it already. Others are awakening to the notion that there is always the possibility to tap into, to experience that flow, to allow for whatever happens in the moment to be a possibility, an opportunity, to look at it and experience it from a different angle, to see how you can perhaps stop and find a way of flowing and moving around, or pausing and making a different choice, a different route. Do you see? But always with that idea that you will always arrive at the ocean. It is written so. It is written in the stars that you will arrive at the ocean, your ocean. So allow yourselves to be. Allow yourselves those moments when you feel you are being stymied, you will feel that you are being blocked. Allow for those moments. Perhaps those are moments when you are gathering the energies, when you are taking care of who you be and who you are in that moment. You are clarifying and finding new ways. Those moments are precious. Allow for them, because as soon as that has culminated in whatever it is you are requiring at that moment, you will have found your way through, up, over, and around, because you will always find your way to the ocean. Do you see? We feel a greater flow in your energy systems. We feel an understanding arising. All of you, in fact, even those of you who are a bit confused, allow for that confusion. Allow for the possibility that within that confusion there is an insight there. Just allow it to arise. Allow it to flow into your experience at the perfect moment, in the perfect way. You will always arrive at the ocean. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the flow. Enjoy the experience of finding another way, of exploring how you may flow, of stopping and pausing perhaps in stillness, as Adair talks about, and then allowing for the flow, whatever that might mean for you in that moment. It is always perfect, because you will always find your way. And sometimes you rush and roar, and sometimes it's quiet, as if nothing is happening. And then there is another rush and another roar, and you swirl about sometimes, and you are in complete confusion. But breathe into that space, for there is richness there, and then you flow. Do you see, beloved ones? Wonderful. Breathe into that space of the beginning of a knowing that you will always arrive at the ocean. I am Sabrina, and you may come and dance with me in the water and experience the flow anytime you choose. And the choice is always yours.